Hello guys, you're about to listen to one of ARC's exclusive one-on-one Q&A sessions done with members from our community.
Okay, so I'm Lester, and I need help with my Shopify items because I'm not sure if they're like oversaturated or like overused.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, definitely. What niche are you in?
Huh?
What niche are you in?
What niche? I was going for like a general store.
Okay. Any specific niches that you were going for, or?
No,
No.
because my friend told me like I should stay out of like specific niches for like my first store.
Right. So you're going general. Is there anything that you have in mind that you're going to sell on your general store, or is it just based on trending products?
I did some research on Facebook and looked up like trending things.
Mm-hmm.
But like I also put like I'm not sure if they're like completely trending. There's some stuff that like look like they have potential for trending, so I want to like test it out.
Right. So to make it clear, your question is, how do I find products that are not saturated that I could sell on my Shopify store, correct?
Yeah, like more like how to check if it's oversaturated.
Oh, how to check. Okay. So the way that you can check if a product is saturated, you either go and keyword search that product on Google. So it's as simple as typing in Google. For example, if your product is, let's say a phone charger, yeah? Phone charger. You get a phone charger and you search that name, not the full name that's on AliExpress, but you search the keyword that you find in the name on AliExpress, because usually AliExpress names are really long and confusing. And the reason they do it is to just like on eBay, just keywords. So you get the main keyword from that product, you search it on Google. If you find many stores that are selling that product, and you find a lot of competition in that niche or that within that product, then that's definitely a sign that there is some kind of saturation, or maybe it's just competition. Because there's a difference between being saturated, oversaturated, and just having competition. So I think oversaturation of a product is the more extreme of saturation or just having competition. So when you're seeing if a product is oversaturated, I don't think, personally myself, I don't think that exists. I think if you brand a product correctly, you are able to sell that product to a audience that hasn't seen that product or is interested but wasn't able to buy that product, whether whether that be price wise or maybe other factors that influence that.
Yeah. You think you could take a look at my items? Like, could I send you a screenshot maybe?
Sure, definitely do. And we'll show this. If you don't mind, we'll show the screenshot on YouTube as well.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, cool. Just to show our audience what we're talking about.
Like, I know some of these items oversold, like very saturated, but like I just put them on the side just in case.
Okay, so look, dude, do you have the individual links for each product?
Yeah, if I click on them, yeah.
Okay, can you send that through as well? And we'll discuss each one in detail, and I can tell you, looking at what I can find personally, and I'll show this on YouTube as well. Possibly if you're watching on Spotify, on SoundCloud, hop onto the YouTube channel of ARCS, and you'll be able to see the content that we're talking about. Look, first off the bat, I can see a bracelet. I'm going to tell you that bracelets were a September 2017 to March 2018 kind of thing. So it was like, it was a good trend. A lot of people made bank. But looking at bracelets right now, it's a market where there is definitely a lot of competition. But I would never say that it's saturated or oversaturated for that fact.
Yeah.
If you're gonna compare bracelets to fidget spinners are an oversaturated market.
Yeah.
If you define oversaturation, I would say that's where there is a product that has been sold so much that now there is no interest for it at all from any age group. That's oversaturation.
Okay, yeah.
Saturation itself is when there is a product, there is an audience that has been used, or not used, but rather sold to, but there's still another audience out there looking for that product, or is interested in that product, or just an audience that you haven't found yourself that you can sell to. You know, maybe that be within the age factor, or maybe whatever factor it is that you find that audience within. But that's the difference between oversaturation and saturation. And the main thing that you should be looking for is competition. Competition.
Yeah, okay.
What are they doing to sell that product? Because competition is always good. Competition means that product is on the market. It definitely is on the market, but there's a need for it. Obviously, people are buying into that product.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's your job to improve what the competition is doing and just see, like, what are you going to do to stand out, to actually convert that next customer that may go onto your competition store and then compare your store to theirs and maybe the price. Look, dude, if you market it correctly and you have a store that provides more value than the competition does and your price is higher, and the quality of the product is higher, and you know that for a fact, or at least if you repossess that product and make it look like it's a high quality product, and not just have a basic AliExpress photo on your store advertising your product, like you actually have to put in the work to advertise your product. It may sound complicated, but it's a simple process when you get onto it.
Yeah, okay.
Hopefully that answers a few of your questions, but keep going. Let's go.
I would ask about maybe the last one. I haven't seen anyone really sell that one.
Okay. Look, this is the thing with general stores. My number one suggestion is definitely break it down to a general niche store.
What do you mean general niche?
Now, this is the thing. General niche. General niche stores are stores that have a general understanding. So it's general. However, there is a niche within that general store that you're going to sell. I could break this down more simpler on paper. So I'll have something up there to show this as well. If you watch back on this clip, you'll definitely get a better understanding. But simply put, there's a bigger circle, and then there's a smaller circle within that big circle. That smaller circle can be, if we bring that niche, for example, that light thing, that wireless LED light with motion sensor, all right? So that's going to be the niche, not the general, but the niche. So if we're going to make it into a general niche store, you'd be selling lights, LED lights, but maybe not with motion sensors or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's still general. So it's LED lights. That's pretty general. If you're going to go more general than that, but you could say like wireless lights. It doesn't have to be LED with motion sensor. So really breaking those keywords down, you get a better understanding on how you can structure a general niche store.
Okay.
Hopefully you're catching on. If you don't, please let me know.
No, I understand. Yeah.
Great.
So I just really have one more question.
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
Would you out of all these items, which one would you test out?
Okay, so here's the thing, dude. I can't say that off the bat because I have no data to help me realize the potential of any of these products. I'm just blankly staring at a list of products with their names. That's all. That is not enough data to determine if a white teeth whitening pen or a UV light repair glue pen is going to sell. You need data, and if you're writing this down, this is the best thing. Most of this information is so binary, it's simple. Like Google Trends, number one. You go into Google Trends, you can search keywords or niches. Keywords, teeth whitening pen, what countries are they available at, or what countries are they selling at? Is it selling? No. If it is, great. If it's not, then it's probably not an option.
Okay, yeah.
Now, same goes for every other product. Google Trends, number one. Facebook, number two. Simply put as well, keywords. You chuck a keyword in there, you chuck a... you could do like even keywords in sales, sentences like 50% off or 25% off. You just search it in the search bar of Facebook. Simple as that, mate. Simple as that. And once you search that, you go down. So you scroll down and switch to the year 2018. That's crucial. You don't want to be looking at ads that were from 2014 and downwards. You need the current ones. So
Yeah.
you search that keyword or niche in Facebook. Same thing with Google Trends. But this time you're switching the year, and then you go scroll back up and you go to videos. You want to see the video ads because that's where you get the most data. You get how many views that video has, how many shares, how many likes, and blah, blah, blah. All that really necessary information that you need to determine if that teeth whitening pen or that wireless Bluetooth light bulb speaker is actually going to sell and make you some kind of revenue.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's like, you answered all my questions. Thanks.
All right, fantastic, dude. Do you have any more questions? We can keep freestyling if you like. Like, this is like...
I think that's everything.
Yeah, great, fantastic. Is there any questions that you would like to ask in terms of your store? Maybe you would like me to review your store, and I can do that live if you want me to.
I haven't like put everything together yet. Like I'm still working out like the pages and the style.
All
You're
right.
gonna be doing this for like 3 hours, right?
Yeah, I've got 3 hours, so if you can finish that off, we can do a live review.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah? So does that sound good to you?
Yeah. Actually, one more small question.
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
Okay, so basically if an item is like $8.99 or something, how high would you like price it up by?
Okay, so your $8.99 is the cost of you buying that product and getting it shipped, correct?
Yes.
So that includes shipping
Yes.
of that product. All right. So, look, pricing up for me is simple. I usually leave a gap between 25% and 20% of profit. So, let's say my predicted revenue is 10K a month. I want to have 25% of that. So realistically, that's a profit margin. So I would say, and this is a tactic that's widely known across the internet, and this is what the big brands do. Well, at least some of which I personally research, is at the end of the two digits, the 99 cents works well. But the best method that I've realized is 97. Psychologically, and I've read about this in books, people buy products with those 99 cents, 98 cents, but the best one that converts that I've found is 97. People like the number 7. For some reason, it seems cheaper to them.
Yeah.
I personally don't understand the method of that, but I understand the psychological take on things here. I've personally used it. It's worked, but I wasn't able to compare the difference between a 99, 98, 95, 97, That's something that I would personally think I'd be doing, reviewing in the future, to bring a live example of if it works or does it work better, but definitely something that you can test out. So let's say your price is $8.99, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, $8.99. Okay, so $9, pretty much $9. That's cost and shipping included. I would say selling really depending on the quality of the product. You want to look at the photo. Honestly, the photo won't tell you much, but if that product looks like it's not supposed to be sold on a store, don't sell it. Please.
Yeah, okay.
Like, if the quality looks like... If you wouldn't buy that, there's no point selling it. That's the first thing I would say. Before going into any pricing or anything like that, if you're not going to buy that product, if you're not able to sell your mum or your dad, your friends on that product, or someone that you know who's actually interested in the product, don't sell it.
Okay.
That's my number one tip. First, you got to establish, will I be able to sell this product? It's not if your competition is selling it, then you're going to make sales off it. That's not how it
Yeah.
works. It may be that product is selling, but someone else is marketing it correctly to a right audience. That's the thing. Now, price. Let's get to price. Pricing.
Yeah.
Let's say that product is the wireless Bluetooth light bulb speaker that I have up here, and I'm going to circle it for the people watching. The colorful one. So with the glass bottom and the colorful blue, purple, and pink top. So let's say that's your product. That is $8.99. And if I saw that was a high quality product from a great supplier, and I contacted the supplier, was able to get a great deal on it, and I reduced the price on that if I was buying in bulk or branding, I would say the best price to sell that light bulb speaker would be based on the research that you do of your competition. I can't tell you an exact price because I don't know how much that thing would cost. And if I tell you an exact price, I may be wrong, and I don't want to say stuff blankly out here. So my best
like,
advice for you.
percentage?
Sorry, go ahead.
Like, how much percentage, like, would you expect to earn from a product, like, you averagely?
Averagely, if you calculate it from 10K revenue, 25%.
Try 25%. So it should be like, so would I boost an item's cost by 25%? Like,
I'm gonna stop the recording here because honestly, that's a good question. Look, dude, I haven't done it that way that you told me. I reverse engineer it.
yeah.
We're still rolling, by the way, but I'm just deep in thought, so I'll probably cut some of these parts out. I reverse engineer it, so I go from 10K. I don't go from the price of the actual product. So that's how I personally do it. So I would get the revenue goal that you have, and I would say, like, realistically thinking with the shipping cost, because the shipping cost is going to reduce your total profit. So if it's free on that one product, then fantastic. That means you're going to get more profit. But if there's a shipping cost associated and there's a marketing cost associated with that in Shopify and all the apps and all that, you have to calculate that as well from that 10K. Let's make it easier for you. Let's say it's 1K.
Okay, yeah, that sounds pretty good.
1K, all right? If your goal is 1K revenue for this month, and you make that 1K in revenue, and you're expecting about 25% of the profits, and then you can calculate, is the price of the product correct? You have to test. I can't tell you an exact price because you have to go onto the internet and actually research what the competition is doing with that product. Now, if you don't have a competition, you have the upper hand. You have the upper hand. You can put a price, not that I would say like a price that you want, but an evaluated price of that product. You look at the product, you look at the supplier, you look at the reputation of that product on the market using Google Trends, Facebook, and other social media platforms.
Yeah.
Now, it may not be selling in high volume because there may be not high competition. Great. That gives you the upper hand. You get to reevaluate the price of that product. Now, it's going to be your decision in that term, within those terms. Within the terms of, yes, there is competition, you have to research the competition and decide that for yourself. So, like, there's obviously two ways that you can go about it. That's how I go about it all the time. I research the competition and I reverse engineer my revenue goals so that I know exactly how much I'm going to earn. One, that gives you an upper hand when you're planning. And two, you get to realize how much the product should cost rather than how much you've priced it at.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be scared to put the price up on a product to reach your ultimate profit goal, but it's when you overprice it that no one buys it. That's a problem.
Okay, so I should practically just undercut the other stores that are selling it?
Yes, you should research them.
Okay.
Put a lot of time into researching price. It's important because when people see a price, like that's the number one. Except from the ad, when they're interested in an ad, they go onto your store. The price is the first thing they look at.
Yeah.
So it should be the second most important thing when you're going into making your Shopify store is planning out how you're going to price your products.
Yeah.
And you have to be able to sell it to someone that you know. That's either presenting them with text or presenting them with a photo of the product and selling them on the spot. Just practicing your skills, dude. The more you practice, the better you get, and the more chance you'll be able to sell it, not physically but online. But that's how you do it.
Okay.
That's
all my questions. Yeah, I'll ask you. Maybe I'll ask you to like look over my website later.
Yeah,
when I'm done.
I mean, if we're good to record it live, like I'm happy to do that.
Yeah.
Great, fantastic, dude. Thank you for listening to ARCS exclusive Q&A. Stay tuned for more episodes.